everybody. You're listening to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
Beautiful people, what's going on?
What's going on? Go ahead. Do the thing.
Do my little song. It's 365. That's episode 365.
Okay,
the amount of days in the year.
He said he was
I
scared
said I was
going to
start with.
So go ahead.
That was bad.
Do it. Yeah, commit to it.
That was bad too.
That was bad. You did it so good off mic.
I mean, yeah.
What happened, Rob? You did it so good a second ago. Don't look at your friend. What are you embarrassed about? What is the embarrassment?
I don't know. I don't know.
He plays coy for the camera.
No.
He's playing coy. I don't know.
It's 365. I tried to play the song beforehand to get us pumped in the zone.
Yeah, great. It's 365. Welcome. A lot about nothing. If you like the podcast,
a lot of episodes.
It's a lot of episodes, and that's a lot of episodes. If you like the podcast, please share it with people. Some people have been sharing it and messaging saying that they're sharing with people, and we truly appreciate that. It means the world. We put a lot of effort into this podcast, so you sharing it with people means so much to us. So this is episode 365. Nice, bro. That was great. You did a good job.
All right.
There you go.
You could officially watch one or listen to one episode a day for a year.
It's official.
That's official.
Not this year, leap year.
Not this year, leap year.
Oh, God, we almost
Actually,
made it.
There's
Next
366.
year. Yeah. So check us out. We're on all things, Spotify, everything. And if you want us to be in your Spotify Wrapped as one of your top podcasts, you better be playing the episodes. You only got a couple days to slam it in, so make sure you do.
Wonder how many people have listened to all 365. It's a lot.
I don't know.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I've listened to all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Not
Obviously.
on the app, but before.
Yeah, beforehand. We've edited them.
But
it's a journey. That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot. And if you want us to be on that if you want to brag about how good a fan you are on that Spotify Wrapped, make sure that you're playing episodes these next few days, because Spotify Wrapped is happening now.
It's about to end, I think.
It's about to end. They're accumulating the data. So it's like cram time. It is cram. It is the night before the finals, and the final is Spotify Wrapped. You know what that means?
What?
That means people are going to be very selective with the music that they're listening to the next couple of days to make sure their Spotify Wrapped really gives them a personality. Really makes them feel eclectic and unusual and unique.
Yeah, I think people won't indulge in guilty pleasures throughout the year because they need to project a certain image for their Spotify Wrapped. And it's very confusing, especially if you don't have a following outside of like your friends.
But if you're known as a good music person,
then it's just like that's
what you gotta do.
You gotta do.
I mean, all I know is that a Billy Joel came up on my Spotify. I hit skip.
What? That's you. You're Billy Joel. Not your Billy Joel, but that's who can listen to Billy Joel if not you?
Oh yeah, I know. No, but people are gonna be skipping songs that they love right now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
People are going to. A song that they love so much is going to pop up on their Spotify, and they're going to go, I need to skip this for the Wrapped.
Yeah.
For the image.
I think this is the first year I'm not going to have Bad Bunny as my number one in a while. I'm going to have some embarrassing stuff on my Spotify Wrapped. I saw this woman perform at a bar in downtown Manhattan on St. Patrick's Day, and then I went home and listened to her song, Drunk Calls, about 100 times. So I think that might be in my top 5. She might be one of my top listeners, which is kind of interesting. She's got like 3,000 followers on Instagram. So I don't know if she's going to think I'm obsessed with her.
She wants fans.
She wants fans, yeah.
So what do you mean?
She has one in me.
That's
had one in me for one day where I just spammed her song for about 4 hours.
I think that's beautiful, Rob.
Yeah. 360, 365. That'll be probably my most listened to song.
I think that that's great. I'm happy that you have that.
Yeah, I think it'll be Charlie XCX.
Yeah, I think that it's just interesting people that make that. It's so important to them that they have cool music taste.
Yeah. That's never been me, because I've always gotten made fun of. I wasn't allowed to listen to songs with curse words. I didn't know the real lyrics. Like, I was never cool for anything pop culture related. No. That was not what people came to me for.
No, and also I think that Spotify rap should show you how you live the year.
Yes.
Right? Because music is the soundtrack to your life.
Yes.
So it should be like, oh, I listened to a lot of like going out songs. I guess I went out a lot this year. I listened to a lot of sad songs. I guess I was
sad
a little
this year.
sad this year, right?
Yes.
We shouldn't, instead of like curating what it's going to look like, you should just be realizing and reflecting on what the year's been.
Yeah.
I think that will actually share more information with you than being a competition on who's got the most eclectic taste in music.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash was my number one. What are you talking about?
It's like a carefully...
Todd, I saw you out at the bar every weekend. Just blasting Drake. What are you talking? No, I like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the Drakes pop up still.
It will.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there'll be a lot of Drakes, man.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. He's one of the number one
Of course.
stream people. So they'll be out there, and they will see if they reveal themselves.
If I had a rapped, it probably would just be the theme song from Girlmore Girls.
This year. Well, that's the song you heard the most.
That
if you
is-
watched all these episodes.
And I didn't skip.
You didn't.
Nah, I didn't skip all the time. How could I disrespect Carole King like that?
I agree.
It's a song. It's a good song.
It's part of the show. The opening song.
So I'm very proud to announce this. I've officially finished Girlmore Girls.
Woo.
I am so happy I'm done. If you are on the Patreon, you know how many hours I was putting into Girlmore Girls. I was losing sleep over watching this show.
Okay.
I at one point woke up at 5 a.m. and threw it on.
You did?
I'm sick, bro.
You're almost done. Or you're done.
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm completely done with Girlmore Girls.
Okay.
And I know that you've never saw it.
No.
You've never seen it.
Not a
excuse me.
single episode.
Never seen the show Girlmore Girls, but I was so scared to rewatch it because I loved it as when I was younger, and I was scared that I wouldn't like it now, and I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. Now the first 4 seasons are the best.
Okay.
Once I think Girlmore Girls forgot what we loved so much about it as it was going on. They thought that we loved the drama, but what we actually loved was the community of the small town, the eccentric people in the town. And once we got away from that and started adding more and more wildly dramatic things, the show got worse.
Okay. Because you're seeing less personality because people have to come to the moment of this drama.
Yeah, it's just what was so fun about the show is there'll be say there was a big festival in town, and they hired 2 marching bands. I'm giving a fake example. They hired 2 marching bands at the same time, so they had to have a town meeting. Who's going to be the marching band, and the whole town's dealing with that.
Okay.
That's like part of the fun of the drama of the show. The drama in the beginning is like town silly drama.
And then towards the end,
It
heavy.
became about who had a heart attack, who's getting married to who's getting divorced, who cheated on,
Interesting.
And so it lost its charm a little bit, which why we watch the show in fall and autumn, us Girlmore Girl, guys for Girlmore Girls,
Guys
for Girlmore Girls. We are the Girlmore Girl guys here.
Gilmore Girl guys.
I want to get together with a couple of guys, watch some Girlmore
talk
Girls
shop.
slam, and be like, Lucas, the ideal man. He's the ideal man. I think that it lost the beauty of like what we want out of that town, where Lorelai and Rory could just leave the house and walk to the town center, and everyone says hi to them. They get to go to a place where the people know them, and they all have great relationships with each other.
Yeah.
They all care about each other and are able to show up for each other in a moment's notice.
That's beautiful. In this community. That
In
sounds
this
almost like...
small town. It's a fantasy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a fantasy of what we wish American life was.
Suburbs. Yeah.
The suburbs, yes.
Yeah. There is community to be found in these suburbs, though. That is nice. It sounds like almost it was what makes Parks and Rec likable. But Parks and Rec knew that they're a comedy and didn't take a dark turn towards the end.
It's different.
It's not that.
No, Parks and Rec is real sitcom.
Okay.
This is not. This is a more slice of lifey.
Okay.
Like leaning it. Parks and Rec's making joke.
This is more wholesome.
This is
Silly
very
and wholesome. Okay.
Very wholesome.
Okay.
And for me, I watched the show all the way through. And so now here's the question. Who is your favorite? Which one of Rory's boyfriends is your favorite? Says so much about you as a person.
Okay.
She had 3 boyfriends. Dean, Jess, and Logan.
Not Luke.
Rory's the daughter.
Okay.
Did you if you watch on YouTube, the disappointment that went over my full body.
Sorry.
My full body.
How old is Rory?
She grows as
17 to 23?
No, she goes from like 14,
Oh, okay.
15
Okay.
to like and past college.
Okay. So 3 boyfriends.
3 boyfriends.
Say it again. Sorry.
Say what again? The whole thing?
The 3 people.
So Rory has 3 boyfriends, and I think Rory's boyfriends from Gilmore Girls, which one you like the most says so much about you as a person.
Okay.
Dean, the first one, the wholesome one from the local town. Jess, the on the road Jack Kerouac, I'm doing it for the arts, heartthrob, or Logan, the billionaire.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
who you like Rory with the most, I think says a lot about you as a person. So I think if you liked Dean the most, you like traditional values. You like someone we're settling down. We're about creating a family together, the American dream that once was. If you like Jess, you got a little bad side to you. And I'll tell you this, you just want to be a free spirit and you want to put art and culture before everything.
Okay.
If you like Logan, you're looking to elevate yourself. You're looking to step up. You are looking for security and never having to have a worry in the world because you go, Logan, I'll take the Birkin bag.
Do some people like Logan the most out of the 3?
I'll say this, Logan might be the best one at the end of the day.
Wait, really?
Yes, just because he's a billionaire, his family was, you know?
Okay.
He tries to be the best version of himself that he can.
Interesting.
But he fails.
Okay.
And he grows throughout the show.
To me, it sounds like the first person would be the truest love. The second person would be the fan favorite. And the third would be take or leave. That would be my take on just from what you explained.
Yeah, I guess for me, I think a lot of people base it on looks.
Okay. That's also, I've never seen, I don't know what any of them look like.
But the first one is, he is the most wholesome person you ever met. But here's the problem with him.
What?
He loves her too much.
Too much. That's what I was thinking.
That is the problem with wholesome sometimes. The love is too much and she goes,
yeah. Young, too. That young, it can be suffocating.
Obsessive. Calls her nonstop. Builds a car for her with his bare hands.
That's a lot from a young age, which we don't know. We aren't taught that at a young age as men also.
To not suffocate.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Or both ways. Like, young love is very dangerous.
The most dangerous thing
It
in
is
this
very
world.
dangerous. It's untapped. It's very pure. And it can be very dangerous and very toxic, I think.
Well,
because there's put a lot of expectations
toxic
on.
in that way.
Yeah, but I think
But
I would
general.
say suffocating can be toxic. Building someone a car is crazy.
She wanted it.
She wanted it.
She was over the moon about the car.
Yeah.
She wanted. That was a beautiful gift he gave.
That is a beautiful gift.
I think that he couldn't afford a car.
Yeah.
But
so
what he
built
could
one.
do was build her one.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very beautiful.
He took time and energy and used his skills. He didn't have money.
What was her gift in return?
Not saying I love you.
Okay.
I'm really
tough.
dropping
That's
Gilmore
tough.
Girls spoilers.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, there's spoilers.
I don't care.
Okay.
We can't
It's old.
stress.
Yeah.
Jess is the complete opposite of Dean. Dean will do all the activities in town. Jess,
Emotionally unavailable.
unavailable except for her.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
She's the I think there is this like hotness around someone that hates the world but will open up to only you.
Yes.
It makes you feel special.
Interesting. Yeah, that's not me, but yeah, I could see how it's
That's
attractive.
not either of us,
Yeah.
Rob. That's not either of
No.
us. That is not.
No.
Even the people I hate, I go,
I thought-
hey,
yeah.
how you doing? This guy, people he loves, he'll go,
Okay.
I'll never be a guy.
Nah, me neither.
I don't know, like
I don't have it in me.
the sexiness and power of being a man that is brooding is a feeling I'll never know.
Same.
My enemy will come in the room. I'll be like, brother, brother, how we doing? Just to avoid the conflict of it, to
Yeah.
make them feel all right.
Yes.
And I'll literally be, my stomach will be in my ass because
Yeah.
I'm so stressed. And I'll go, he's back, shooting the finger guns. I'll remember details from their life. Can't stand them, but I'll still be nice. And to be a guy who loves somebody and just goes, yeah, maybe I'll see you around.
Yes.
Even pretending to do that makes me horny. Even pretending to be that guy goes, I get what's sexy about it. Just say that and tell me that you don't feel like you're a hot man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll see you around. I don't know. I can't.
You can't.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, I guess I'll see you. Yeah, I don't
You're
even know how to deliver it.
You don't know. You go, Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll see you. I need to avoid eye contact, I think.
Okay. Go ahead.
In order for me to be rude.
All great actors avoid eye contact.
Really?
No, Robbie. That was
Oh, you want me to act?
Meryl Streep's tip. Never look them in the eye.
Okay.
I heard Meryl Streep always looks right above their forehead.
Okay.
When she had to make her Sophie's Choice, she was staring above their eyes. Go ahead.
This is to a woman or to my enemy?
This is to someone you love.
Yeah, I guess I'll see you around.
You can't not smile. Jesus
All right,
Christ.
you try.
Ready? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll see you around.
Pretty good.
One Barry class. One acting class. See me in the Nora. Wide release in theaters all around the world. Please. So he was this heartthrob that loved literature, and they shared a common interest.
Okay, art.
Arts. He's
They really hit some archetypes.
yes, and then Logan
Is the final one.
Is just this bad boy that is in this elite secret society that is a billionaire, and he didn't have to do anything, and she kind of shapes him up.
Okay.
So,
And who does she end up with? Is that a spoiler?
that's a spoiler. Who does she end up with?
Logan? Nobody.
Nobody.
I don't hate that.
Neither do I. But
It's the journey of finding yourself through these other personalities.
I do hate it. Though.
Okay, why?
I hate that Rory doesn't end up with anyone because it makes me think that what Lorelai and Rory were scared of, it came true. That because her mother couldn't love anyone, she then adapted that behavior and then couldn't commit to anyone either.
But she ends the show young.
They do the Netflix series when she's in her 30s.
Oh.
And she's still single.
Oh.
Sleeping with Logan while he's engaged. Don't love that, Rory. Don't love that, Rory.
Interesting. That's tough.
So I mean, I guess if you have to FMK,
The three?
if you had to FMK, Dean, Logan, and Jess from Gilmore Girls, what would your go-to be based on your knowledge?
K Logan, M Dean, F Jess. Right?
I mean, for me,
What?
I would K Dean.
K Dean.
K Dean. I don't care if he's 6'6".
I don't know anything about these people other than what you just told me.
I don't care if you have to. I don't care how tall and beautiful Dean's hair is. K Dean.
It sounds like M Dean in your 30s. Sounds like the move.
Dean's got so much. That's not what I want.
Yeah. You don't want to live in a small town. I don't want to live in a small town either.
Dean
so.
ends up in Scranton, Pennsylvania
Yeah,
with multiple
you're right.
kids.
You're right.
I gotta give him the
You're
boots.
right. All right.
I don't care how dreamy he is. Oh God, I don't care.
Damn.
So I gotta kill Dean.
Okay.
You gotta fuck Jess.
Okay.
You know, Jess be Jack Kerouac in that dick.
Okay.
Jess will give you some of the best dick of your life. Does he have warts? You better believe it.
Okay.
But Jess is going to be there, and he'll look at you, and he'll say something brief but poetic.
Okay.
And Logan, I mean, she gets to go to Paris. She gets a lot of stuff.
You get the billionaire life.
She gets the billionaire life.
I would just hate to feel like I'm on payroll, because that's kind of the vibe.
Or
that's a vibe that you see in movies.
He's better.
In my experience with
Yes.
people I know that have dated ultra wealthy people.
He tries to be better than
You're
that.
on payroll a little bit of the parents.
He steps away from his family at a certain point because he wants to create things for himself.
Yeah.
And he acknowledges some of his privileges, and obviously
Okay.
they get in a fight about that exact topic.
As you would.
As you would. And
Yes.
he's very understanding and open.
Okay. That's
So
good.
Logan really tries to be a good guy.
Okay.
Do they break up for a week and he fucks 10 girls? Yes.
10. 10 in a week is wild.
Well, not 10, but like
a lot.
a ton.
Okay.
A ton.
Interesting.
But that's a Logan.
That's Logan.
You can't break up with Logan.
I don't know about him, but sure. That's Logan. Typical Logan.
So that's my as you can tell, I get really excited about the Gilmore Girls stuff.
Do you think you'll rewatch again?
I don't know. Not next year. I'm not going to be one of these people that watches it every fall.
Okay.
But it just gives me it gives you a cozy feeling.
Okay. Did you write down like favorite episodes that you could have 10 that you rewatch next fall?
No.
No. Okay.
No, not
I
at
don't
all.
know.
No. But Gilmore Girls as a show feels like a warm cup of tea.
That's beautiful.
Because it makes you feel how nice life could be even during hard times.
Yes.
And that's so nice.
That is nice. They're going through a lot of hard times.
She raises she runs away from her family and raises a child on her own.
Yeah. That is hard.
And then she finds community in the people around her.
That's what's most important.
So I think it's like, I think that's why people love the show. And I think the showrunners were like, no, we created amazing characters. No, you created a nice idyllic place.
Interesting.
So go watch Gilmore Girls. If you want, go watch Girlmore Girls.
Go watch Anora in theaters this weekend. Hitting the country.
The opposite vibes.
Very exciting. Opposite vibes.
It feels like a shot of tequila.
Okay. Anora is a shot of tequila. It's a lot of things. It's everything. But yeah, in theaters this weekend. Very exciting for the world to see it.
It's very exciting. So I have a couple things that I have a thing that made me very upset and a thing that made me very happy, Rob.
This weekend.
This weekend. What would you like to talk about first?
Let's go upset first because
Upset.
Yeah, let's end on a happy note.
Okay. I love that. So I got very upset. I rarely get furious. So I'm very upset. I rarely get furious, Robbie. But this made me furious. Bethany Frankel, the creator of Skinny Girl products.
Skinny Girl?
Skinny Girl. The products that make you skinnier.
Presumably so. What did she do?
She got to go to the most exclusive restaurant in all New York City, Rayo's. Invite only, table. You have to know someone to get a table there. It's not like you could get a reservation online. You can't show up. People own tables there, and you have to be invited by someone that has a table. You, Rayo's, look at where you've come. Look at what's happened to you. You used to be a place where it felt like you walked in and it was Italian Christmas every day. Now you're filling yourself with influencers. Rayo's, this is a woman that I think is great. She created a business. Was it based on insecurities of people because they were scared that they were too fat for society? Yes. Did she make millions off of people being like, ooh, my waist is a little too wide? 100%. But this is a woman whose whole business model is to eat food with less calories.
Correct.
So you cannot have her on your Instagram, she cannot be posting telling me what the best part about Rayo's is and that you gotta eat the meatballs.
Yeah.
You can't. Rayo's, you need to start evaluating rather than having influencers in your place. We should have a union table. You should have a table, and on Monday it should be the sanitation. On Tuesday it should be the FDNY. On Wednesday it should be the teachers. Rayo's, can we let New Yorkers in the fucking restaurants? As a child, I dreamed of the place. Me and my grandpa walked by Rayo's, and he said, one day, I dream of a better life for you. And I go, Grandpa, what does that mean? He goes, that you get to go inside there one day. He goes, the only thing better than my grandmother's meatballs, than my mother's meatballs, than my wife's meatballs is Rayo's meatballs. And my grandpa, I'm thrilled he doesn't have to live in a life where he knows the skinny girl is eating their meatballs. The skinny girl is eating their meatballs my grandpa dreamed of for me. And I need to know, Rayo's needs to know, let people enjoy the food that are really going to soak it in. If I went there, I would take out stock in Tums before I had that meal. For the amount of food and indigestion I got. Have I ever had heartburn, acid reflux? No.
Really?
But I'll be hunting for it at Rayo's. If I got the invite to Rayo's, my first stop, Chase Manhattan Bank. Sir, I need a new credit card. Yeah. We're going to rack it up tonight. I would be singing. I'd be up there. You know who I'd be singing? Rosemary Clooney.
Yeah.
Louis Prima. I dream this. I see the restaurant and I go, this is where I want to be. You know who I don't want there? Influencers that are all about posting the food. The phone should not eat first in Rayo's. The phone, anyone that says the phone eats first, you're banned for life. Yeah. You're banned for life from an exclusive best Italian restaurant in the business.
Yeah, a lot of places. I think it's like she comes, it's disrespectful, even more so posting her on the Instagram and all that. We should be like hiding that to the side. Skinny girl in your restaurant. I think a lot of these restaurants don't realize that having certain celebrities in your restaurant isn't the flex you think it is.
Skinny Girl Margarita told me that you got to get the stuffed shells. Yeah. She went on her Instagram, made an Instagram story and said, when you go there, you don't get the fancy stuff. You get the classic stuff. The meatballs, the stuffed shells. I fucking know. Yeah. I've been on the website. I've never reread a book, but I've reread that menu.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I was furious. It's not the flex.
No.
It's not. Also, you know what the flex is?
There's a few sources of people that are good eaters that's like, all right, you go to the restaurant, it's a good endorsement. But it doesn't line up.
Celebrities ain't good eaters.
Yeah.
Celebrities aren't good eaters.
Yes. You wouldn't listen to Taylor Swift talk about baseball bats.
No.
You wouldn't listen to Taylor Swift talk about golfing. You wouldn't, like... I guess everybody eats. That's the thing. But she's not, like, we know some of these celebrities starve themselves. We know some of these celebrities, their main goal with food is not to enjoy the food.
And that's hard because it's not their choice.
Sure, exactly.
But
for what it is, that's just what it is.
That's just what it is.
That's just the nature of the beast. Kim Kardashian is not someone that if she went to your restaurant, that this is now some sort of flex. She doesn't eat.
No.
People go to these restaurants, order a bunch of food, take 2 little nibbles, and they don't eat. Just because you spend money even too doesn't mean that you're a good eater.
The first time I went to Devonte's, you know the sandwich place?
Yes.
The first time I went there was a line of construction workers.
Of course.
My stomach went, oh boy.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Yes.
That's what you want. You want someone that was doing manual labor all day and they go, I need an ounce of joy.
Yeah.
I need, you know who I want in the restaurant? Someone that's literally needs joy.
Yes.
That literally, Bethany's life is good.
Yes.
Life is good for Bethany. So good. Right? Bethany doesn't need that ounce of joy. Someone that's laying concrete all day, they know a food that's going to go, at least I'll have a moment of happiness. That's who I am. That's what I want.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
And I watched, and it's just hard to see other people live your dreams. It's just hard.
Especially
I'm
around
jealous.
food.
Especially around. I'm fat. I get fucking shit for it nonstop. My life fucking is harder because I'm fucking fat. Just let me eat at Rayo's.
Yeah.
My life is literally harder because of who I am, because of my love for food. Let me get the good one.
Yeah.
My life is
Italian food is amazing. Like, that's a huge impact on you, Italian food.
My best memories growing up is
100%.
Sunday dinner at my grandma's, and she's dead now. The closest thing I have is a restaurant that the fucking influencers get to go to. And I don't get to. And you know what I do? I'm in my kitchen trying to buy basil plants, but I get no natural light, so I can't even fucking cook with real basil. I get no natural light in my Brooklyn apartment, so I can't cook with basil. Can I go to Rayo's?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I've had the jar, and it's good. It's fine. It's the best
Very
jar
good.
sauce.
Yeah.
If you're gonna buy jar sauce, buy that. And I'm gonna go there, and I will cry.
You will.
I thought about it. There's 2 scenarios this year that I will cry
Okay.
out of joy.
Okay.
1, if I hit my 10,000 step goal for the year. 2, if I get to go to Rayo's, I would cry while eating the food.
Really?
Now, you tell me what's a better advertisement for a restaurant. To have a picture of influencers taking photos of their food, or to have a big fat Italian man in your restaurant crying with stains on his shirts.
I agree.
I would buy a new shirt and have to throw it out that night because the food would be flying.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did I lose sleep over this? Yes.
I think I could get us in next year, though, not this year.
How?
I have a connect. I have a connect.
It's like you tell me you have a fleshlight.
I have a
can't use
connect.
it. I'm sorry.
But the Connect used his Connect. It's a Connect of a Connect, and he used that this year. But I think it's something that is on the horizon, I would say.
If I get to go, Rayo's almost feels like Make-A-Wish for an adult.
Yeah, for a lot of people that grew up in this area know about it for a long period of time.
I wouldn't get high. I would go in dead sober to just soak it in.
Yeah. That's what's annoying about New York food in the past since COVID. It seems just way more inaccessible. And then it's like, all right, you spend a lot of money, but then people will go and not eat. Which is really, really, really pisses me off. That's like something that was not allowed at my house growing up. Like, my dad would just eat the food off of everyone else's plate because he wasn't going to pay for food that didn't get eaten.
I feel you, man.
Like, that's just what it was. And we were picky eaters, but it was like every single morsel of food, if we went out to dinner, got eaten.
And it should be.
Yeah. And that's just not what's happening with these celebrities. They're going, they're trying, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, we love it. Picture with the chef. Have some integrity.
I don't know if anyone has a Rayo's Connect.
Okay. I'm telling you, I do.
It hurts. I don't have a wife. I don't have a child.
You want to go?
I want to go. Like, what am I doing being a single man pursuing my dream if I'm not going to Rayo's?
Well, that's part of what it is. You got to have other dreams. You got to have a lot of dreams, I would say.
I mean, like...
Or achievable goals.
I mean, people ask me, why do you do comedy? Why are you doing this podcast? I go, because I love sharing my opinion. Almost as much as I love the idea that this could get me into Rayo's.
Almost as much as a really thin-cut chicken parm.
Oh, God. I would get the meatballs, the stuffed shells, the fresh...
You'd have to get everything.
Yeah, I would just...
Probably do the whole menu.
The chef will come out and say, I had to see you. Yeah. I had to see the man.
And you got to go with good eaters. That's another part of going out to dinner. One picky eater could really throw off a lot
Tim
of the
Dillon
vibe.
went with her.
He did?
I think he's a good eater.
Oh,
that's how I...
Interesting.
Yeah. But...
Interesting. Well, that's what it is. To take a picky eater to Rayo's too, or someone that's just going to have a little bit of food is almost insulting too. Because it's like, you're taking up a seat.
And you can't... Yes.
I want to get 10 main courses. So can you have part of 10 main courses? And contribute to the team effort.
You know, when people do this, like that video, the online, and they do the video of like, until The Rock does the cheers
Acknowledges me. Okay. Yes. This is what you want to do.
This is what I don't want to see a
This
celebrity.
is a new goal.
I don't want to see a celebrity.
No.
I don't care about a person is a person. You know how beautiful the guy that works in my building is? He's great. I love seeing him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right? I think that's one thing. I think everyone has beautiful stories. I don't hold celebrities to higher standards.
Yes.
I think it's weird in society that we do. I think it's interesting to talk to them, but so is a lot of people are interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do hold art and food to higher standards.
Yes.
And I do want to go to this so fucking bad, man.
Well, I think you will be able to.
I hope. It would be a beautiful part of my life.
Next 2 years, I think it's on the horizon.
Now also from last year to the next 2 years.
Well, I got a connect of a connect, but
we got to find a new connect.
It's a good connect. But we'll see.
I got to find a connect.
Yeah. You got to find one too. We got to approach it from multiple angles, but it's not impossible.
It's good to know.
I think we'll be good.
It's good to. If we are nothing, we are a manifesting podcast.
Absolutely.
We are manifestors.
Yes.
We are hot girls.
Yeah.
So we manifest.
For sure. Hot boys. We could say I'm a hot boy, I would say.
You say you're a hot boy?
Yeah.
I get insecure. I can call myself a hot girl.
You can't call yourself a
hot boy. I go. I'll become. Like,
I think we can say hot boys.
I'll become like you in the beginning of the podcast.
No, I think you can
Finally
say hot
checking your
boys.
nail beds. Never looks at his nail beds until it's time for him to show up.
I think. Sorry, was that very teachery?
No, it was just
Like,
you had
I need your
energy and didn't know where to go. So, one thing that is
Yeah.
what made me happy.
What made you happy? Yeah.
That's nice. No one prepared me. No one prepared me for the part of adulthood where I would hear people talking about a magic eraser, and I would become overjoyed.
Okay.
That I would turn to them and I
don't think anyone needed to prepare you for this.
No one
A
prepared me.
7-year-old Sebastian, sit down. I have a very important lesson. One day you're going to be 35 years old, and I'm going to hand you in a magic eraser, and your mind is going to be blown. I don't think anyone needed to prepare you. That's a surprise. So sometimes there's spice of life surprises.
Well, I think you have no idea the joy it brings.
It needed preparation.
I need, like, my
It
dad.
was too much joy.
My dad, before we went to Disney, said, "Okay, it's going to be a lot, but we're there for a few days, so we need
Exactly.
to take our time."
Exactly. Okay.
I needed that with the
Okay,
magic
you did.
eraser.
Wow, this is a different level of joy than I even thought.
Robbie, I heard people talking about it, and I moved. So I go, I love it. I walked into a circle of people, leading with my head, going, I love it, going like that. The head nod and agreement.
What does it do?
Robbie, this is not an advertisement for. There's not a sponsor.
They're not a sponsor.
It does everything you want.
Okay.
I had smudges on the wall, all over my wall as I was redoing my apartment. I took the magic eraser to it, wetted a little bit, and scrubbed it. What is so beautiful about the magic eraser as a cleaning product is that as you use it, it gives itself to the cleanliness. A piece of it disappears for every piece of your apartment that becomes cleaner. It is the giving tree of cleaning products.
Okay.
It goes, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for you to have a cleaner apartment. And I go, how are you the most parental figure in my apartment right now? It feels like a mother. The mother we all needed is a magic eraser.
Okay. I think all cleaning products fit this bill. Is that they sacrifice, like Windex, as the Windex gets slower, your apartment gets cleaner.
You're right. And Swiffers, you put it on. No, not vacuums.
Not vacuums, but a lot of products. That's how they work. As
Robbie,
they get used,
but you could
their use becomes realized.
You feel it in your hands disappearing.
It is magic.
The magic eraser disappears, and what appears is clean.
It is magic.
That's what Windex. You spray it on a paper towel. You spray
less
it.
magic.
Less magic. The magic eraser. You literally go up. There's a smudge, and you go, hold on, Limgardium Leviosa, and this thing appears.
Yes.
And you rub it and it just gives itself to cleanliness.
Yeah, it looks. You showed me it, and it does look like part of it just kind of magically evaporated.
It's a sponge that just disappears as it makes your apartment better.
Okay.
And eventually it'll just be a tree stump and we'll be sitting on it.
That's beautiful.
The Giving
Which
Tree,
is sad.
I think someone read The Giving Tree and The Giving Tree is a horrible, sad book.
It's more about nature, I think, The Giving Tree.
Really?
And how we should love nature and treat it well. Not about manufactured magic erasers.
Here's the thing.
Highly manufactured.
When you read The Giving Tree with a mother from Staten Island.
Okay, that's not what it's about.
The Giving Tree is about how I'll give you the world and you can destroy me.
It's about your mother?
The Giving Tree, if you read it, if you have a New York mother and you read The Giving Tree is, see, I'll give you everything till I'm nothing. It's
not about nature.
It's not about nature at all. It goes, I'll destroy myself for the love of you.
Yeah.
I'll rip my branches off. I could have had a career, but not for you. For you, I love you so much till I'm a stump. Till I'm a nothing. Use me till I'm a nothing. I remember reading The Giving Tree, and my mother goes, I am the tree, and you are global warming. And you are fracking, Sebastian.
I was going to say a lot of them, not your mother, but a lot of them don't even believe in global warming.
Oh, my mother is very...
She does, but a lot of them don't. That's a story about themselves.
Yes.
Biographical.
My mother is furious at this right now that I'm saying this because she literally...
That's not your mom.
That's not my mom is furious. My mom goes, Sebastian, I'm an educator. I do early childhood education, and you're going on your podcast saying that The Giving Tree is about you. I'm giving you everything. Have I taught you nothing? I have a reputation. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ, Sebastian. Okay. This is, you know what story I'll need to bring up, Sebastian? You give a mouse a cookie. I let you make one joke as a child, and I never should have let you. Because now you're going on your podcast, and you're telling everyone that I'm the Giving Tree. I could have gone to Barnard, though.
She could have. I've never seen her load up a fucking the way that you do it.
Robbie.
I've never seen it. And this is your marquee when you do the impression, that's the big part of the impression, I would say.
Well,
the centerpiece of your impression is loading up the fucking.
She does it so well.
Fucking. I've just never seen it happen.
She learned from the medieval catapult.
Okay. Tension. The more tension, the more you pull it back, the further it goes.
She drops the F-bomb. My mom will curse. It's funny.
My mom cursed a lot growing up.
But she does
a lot. But it was. I've just seen this load up so many times from you, and never from the source itself.
Italian, Staten Island, New York moms. The Giving Tree has a different meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom does the load up. It's funny. She's funny. With that, she'll never do it. My mom she shows face, you know.
Yeah.
She's from the generation she shows face. She also loves it. She's nice, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You could say fuck and still be a nice person.
My mom said fuck every day, many times a day.
Really?
Very, 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 very much. But I haven't heard her scream like that in probably 10, 15 years, which is crazy.
No, we were a non-cursing household.
No, we were very much cursing household.
Oh, interesting. No, there was no curses. I remember the first time I cursed in front of my parents. It was like a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I started cursing a little bit, but which they didn't love. But at that point, I'm like, "What? You can't say anything."
Yeah,
my mom cursed all the time.
100%.
In the house.
My parents didn't curse, so they could say something.
Yeah.
They also just thought there were better words to use.
They're not wrong.
And they're not wrong. And also, when you don't use it, when you do use it, it holds power.
Yes.
If you curse every second of the day, it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It just becomes part of the vocabulary.
Yeah. It's just like it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why my family used it in a much more toxic way.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding totally. Yo, what's up, everybody? Okay. If you're wondering why I got no bags under my eyes, it's because I'm sleeping good, baby. No bags under my eyes, it's because I'm sleeping good. And that's for one reason and one reason only. I got a new mattress. Big Fig Mattress. Big Fig Mattress is a mattress made for everybody, including the plus-size boys and girls. Including the plus-size people out there, Big Fig Mattress is for us. And my mattress, Robbie, is incredible.
That's amazing.
Bro, I haven't jumped on a bed in 15 years.
You jumped on the bed?
I jump on the bed.
Wow. I haven't jumped on the bed in 15 years.
I jumped on the bed. I got
That's
so
nice.
excited because I knew I could.
Yeah.
Every time I get in the bed, I leap.
That's beautiful. You jump into bed.
I jump into bed.
That's nice.
I one time stood on it because
wow.
I was just like,
I might as well.
I might as well. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go to Paris and not have a croissant. I'm not going to have a big fig and not stand on it. So every time I get into bed, I leap into it. And you know what's amazing, Rob?
What?
I have one of those beds now that is adjustable. So I have a remote control that lifts it up. So every morning, rather than sitting up, I grab the remote and
That is great. It forces you to get up, and you're still comfy though.
I get brought into the world every morning through a comfortable bed becoming a chair.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's truly remarkable. It makes me feel good. It eases me into the day.
Yeah.
It's one less sit-up I do every day. And so now I'm down to 0 sit-ups a day. But it's actually a great mattress. It's very firm. It's the machine I have, the frame that I have that is able to move is incredible.
Also from Big Fig.
Also from Big Fig. I get to watch TV in my bed, which is amazing. It's been great for my Gilmore Girl hours.
Yeah.
I would not be where I am with Girlmore Girls if I didn't have Big Fig supporting me.
Yeah, it's great.
It's truly, Big Fig has no idea. Big Fig's like, I'm going to send this guy a mattress, these guys, it's going to be awesome. And you know what ended up happening?
Your life was changed.
They go, these boys, we're going to get some boys in these mattresses. Yeah. I get the mattress, I go, ooh, I'm diving in, I go, Girlmore Girls time. Kicking my feet. It's awesome. So if you are a person that has struggled with like mattresses sinking on you or not feeling sturdy in mattresses, or you just want a great mattress, Robbie, you've jumped in my bed.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Very nice. I have the pillows.
Yeah.
Very firm. We love it.
So if you're a person that just is looking for a new mattress, go check out Big Fig Mattress. But also, so I gave some thing that made me mad.
Yes.
And I have another happy thing.
Okay.
So the Yankees are in the World Series. They're not.
You're wearing the Yankee hat.
I'm wearing the Yankee hat.
I'm wearing a Mets hat.
I know you didn't wear the LA hats.
I didn't wear the LA hat.
The best you could do.
And I didn't wear a Dodgers. I was gonna wear the Brooklyn Dodgers hat with the B.
Oh, okay.
And even then, I was like, I don't need to do that.
No, that was my grandpa's favorite team.
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
Love that.
He liked it, and then he liked the Yankees then.
Okay.
But he loved originally when he was a kid, he liked the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, I had a Brooklyn Cyclones hat my whole life.
They were around your whole life?
I think so.
Damn.
I had a Brooklyn Cyclones
20
visor.
years younger than me?
No. Well, the Brooklyn Cyclones have been around, I think. Let me look up really quick. Now I'm curious. But I wanted to,
I love how curious you are.
Really?
Yes, because it's a part of me that I don't have.
You don't care?
I couldn't give a shit.
Interesting.
Because it means nothing to me how long the Brooklyn Dodgers have been around.
Founding in 2001.
The Cyclones. 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I remember it coming out.
Yeah, no, I
was
don't.
11 or 12.
Yeah, I was very excited when they announced the Brooklyn Cyclones.
Oh, okay. So that makes a little more. Yeah, I guess that is the age.
Yes.
That age difference.
Because we had to root for the Staten Island Yankees. That was the minor league team that was close by. But I hated the Yankees. I was a Yankee hater. I always never liked the Yankees. I didn't like Derek Jeter. And the Yankees, it's crazy how big the Yankees were. We talk about this a few times on the podcast when we were kids. But even more to put it in context, there's their own channel. The Yankees have their own channel. No other teams really have their own channel across all major sports.
Even in other states?
In other states. It's like Boston will have a channel for all their teams.
But not just for...
It won't be like Red Sox or Patriots channel. And then like a lot of other small sports networks are owned by conglomerates. So like in LA, it's Spectrum Sports Network. That's what it's called, their version of Yes Network. And then you have like Bally Sports, which just almost went under last year, which is this other big conglomerate. But a lot of local sports is big business. Whereas the Yankees were just were so big at one point where I think in the early 2000s, they started this Yes Network where they were literally just going to play Yankee games and Yankee repeats and talk about Yankee stuff.
It's incredible.
And it was like a popular channel from this area. Like people wanted, oh, did you get the Yes Network? Yes Network. Yes Network.
It was part of the deals. If you because it was
100%.
Roadrunner back then.
Yeah.
Was the TV network that people were using.
Now I'm curious when Yes Network came out.
Well, now the curiosity.
I'm
now
sorry.
I'm
I'm
annoyed.
sorry.
By
I'm
it.
sorry.
At
I'm
first
sorry.
I loved it. Then now
2002.
2002.
Yeah.
So I watched the Yankee game.
You did.
The first nights after
Okay.
my show, I came and I watched the Yankee game. Boring.
Very boring.
Very boring. I forgot how boring baseball is. Very boring until something amazing or terrible happens.
Very boring until it's not.
Very boring until literally the best thing happens or the worst thing happens. Right? Kind of, yeah, I don't like it. But I did figure out what makes sports so beautiful and special.
Okay.
What, for me, made watching the Yankee game and so fun and beautiful for me was going, hey, you see that game? You catch that game last night? That's what makes sports nice.
Yeah.
What I realized, a code unlocked in my head the next day. I go, what makes sports isn't so amazing? Isn't the sports? It's the next day going,
Yeah.
how about that game? and doing it like that. And them just going, yeah, oh, brutal. Be like, a walk-off, grand slam? Oh, kill me. Right? That's it. And that's so nice. The day after the Yankee game, I went to one deli for a diet soda, another deli for a protein bar, and another deli for a water bottle, just so I could get the... You watch that game last night?
3 in.
That game, huh?
Yeah.
Because it feels fine. I don't want to do it with someone I know.
Okay.
Because we could talk about anything.
Yes.
Someone I know, we could talk about anything. But what makes it so beautiful is that you get to have that moment with a stranger.
And it's a common misery. It's nice to be
That's
on
beautiful.
the same point with somebody, and it's like, yeah, we're all in this together, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Trauma bonding.
It's a small 9/11.
Yeah.
The Yankees
Very
losing
small.
was a tiny.
It's a microdose of 9. What you got from 9/11.
Yeah, you're right. It did. It was a familiar. I
Grand
could
Slam
laugh
in the
about
World
it.
Series. Grand Slam in the World Series.
Yeah. No, but
That's tough.
So oh God, it was so nice. I mean, if they succeeded, it would have been nice too. To celebrate.
Of
with
course,
someone.
it is nice. The community of sports is what makes it the best.
Just and knowing, because I've been on the other side when someone said something in the Yankees about me, and I didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
That's a hard feeling.
Yes.
Because then you do I do my classic move. Don't get me started.
Yeah. My dad would always say, my dad did not like sports. He's not a sports guy, but he tries to be caught up on events. But he would be like, sometimes he would go to work and people would be like, you see the game. And he would have to run and call his brother and be like, what game is everybody talking about? Because it's like, you don't know. It is embarrassing in New York a little bit.
You got to know what
You got to
happened in
know the game. What's
Yeah.
going on in the game.
So it was a nice for me to finally feel like I knew the game. So I was so excited
Yeah.
to initiate a couple of these. It's so exciting to toss out oh, Jesus, the game last night, huh?
I teach swimming, and I was teaching one of my friends at this point comes every week, and I'm like, how's it going? And he goes, man, I couldn't sleep last night. Tough. I'm like, Yankees. And I'm like, I'm not a Yankee fan, but at that moment, it's hard for me to not empathize and be like, that's really hard. It's
the guy
tough.
couldn't sleep.
Couldn't sleep.
Like he had termites in a home he just bought.
I'm telling you, I went to the World Series, or not, the Baseball Hall of Fame, and somebody was telling his family, he's like, I haven't been able to sleep for 2 weeks leading up to the postseason for the Yankees.
People are into it.
They're very into it.
People are into it. Yeah, but it was...
So it's nice to talk where the community comes together to all have a common reference.
something nice to talk about.
It is nice.
Yeah, win or lose, it's still
Yes.
a good
And we can get on the same page a little bit
Yeah.
without it getting hostile,
And
which is nice.
Definitely. It also is a brief conversation. It's better than the weather.
Yes.
It's a step above the weather.
Correct. And below 9/11.
You could always go. 9/11, huh?
Still no. I don't think you can still hit him with that.
Jeez. In Staten Island, you can.
You can't? Yeah, that's true.
Staten Island, you walk in, you'd be like, Jesus.
Well, you go, Staten Island, you would go, they're
just-
forgetting.
They're
forgetting.
Yeah, oh yeah. You get annoyed
You
at
would
other
just say
people.
they're forgetting.
They're forgetting. Never.
Don't do that.
If people don't like that, make jokes about that. I literally, I had to live it, so
I think that people could understand. Yeah.
I don't care. So I think that like baseball's a boring ass sport.
Well, you said something interesting to me about what makes it boring. And I think because you come with it from a unique lens. And I thought it was very poignant. Do you want to say?
What did I say?
Most of the time you have to root for nothing.
Oh yeah. Most of the time when you're watching the baseball, you root for nothing.
Which is tough.
It's hard to root for nothing to happen.
Yes. For such long periods of time. Which also is what I think is boring about football. That's why I like hockey, basketball, or a lot more fluid games where you are always rooting for something to happen.
Yeah, I don't sports bet, but the few times I have, I always my friend was like, "Hey, if we're gonna do this, let's bet on the over."
Of course,
he goes,
always.
"It's so much more fun to just bet on the action happening."
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I've sports bets like 4 times in my life on like stupid events, you know.
Okay.
But it's so sad I was sitting there in my room being like,
yeah,
come on, nothing.
I gotta root for the best baseball player maybe ever to do nothing. Shohei Ohtani, which is unfortunate. You don't want to see that.
I don't.
You want to see exciting things.
Yeah, I wish I didn't. I wish it was just everyone.
And then the Yankees do more exciting things.
Yes,
that's ideally what would happen.
But that's not what baseball
that's not
is.
what fans want. Yeah,
baseball is rooting for nothing.
You can't be like, I'm a Yankees fan, but I'm rooting for the Dodgers to score here so that we can come back and score even more. People will be like, no, you're not allowed to do that, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's not what you could do at a viewed watch party.
No. And yeah, it's fun. It was also fun to watch. I love baseball because they wear chains.
Oh yeah,
that's my favorite.
The fun part about baseball is they're dipping tobacco, they're wearing chains. They don't really have to. They play every day. It's not the most strenuous sport.
Nah,
they're chilling.
Out.
They're mostly hanging out.
It's almost a social club.
It is a lot of a social club. 162 games is a lot of games.
To wear a chain while playing a sport has to be the most New York sport, though, right? To be able to have your Jesus piece out while you go up to play sports.
Yeah.
That's why New York loves the Yankees so much.
With a big fat tobacco in your mouth.
Yeah.
Just spitting dip.
Gossiping.
Yeah.
And
slapping each other on the ass.
Well, that's more football more than...
No, baseball, too.
They're doing a lot of ass slapping?
A lot of ass slapping. Yeah.
I remember the first time I was playing football and someone slapped me on the ass.
And what did you think?
I said, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I said, Mom, I'm going back tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, but also it's so New York to be like, oh, you go up to bat, and us just we'll talk about you as you're up at bat.
Yeah.
Look at him. Here's a guy hitting fucking two at bats. Are you kidding me? Come on, the guy better pull his fucking weight. just holding you, kissing it, doing the.
You think they're shit talking each other on the team?
It's being sometimes. Like, come on, you gotta go. Yeah, definitely. In the regular season, not playoffs, but regular season, be like, he's been a slump.
Making fun
Jesus
of each other.
Christ.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh God, look at his ass is getting fatter every day. You know, you don't think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Baseball is the most New York sport.
Yeah.
You're walking out there, you got a big chain hanging out. You hang out in the dugout. You go, let me get a little something for the mouth. You know, You're sitting there, you watch someone else play, you just comment on them. What's more New York than watching someone park and go, look at this fucking guy, you know?
It's a lot of watching.
It's a lot of watching
standing
and
around
talking.
Watching and talking. Yeah.
It's a lot of watching and talking.
Maybe that's why we're the best at it.
And then celebrating.
Yes.
Just pouring champagne all over the place because one person did one thing. No one knows how to celebrate like a New Yorker that completed one task.
Yeah.
And that's what baseball is.
Well, there's a lot of places for us to celebrate. It makes it very easy for us to celebrate all the time.
It's a celebration town.
Yes.
But truly, I remember fixing the basement with my dad and my grandpa. We'd be like, hey, we got the sheetrock up. Maybe we hit Burger King. That's what baseball is.
Yeah.
Hey, we got an RBI. Yeah. Everyone's running out, high five and slapping butts. It's a New York kind of sport.
Yeah, definitely.
That's, I think, what it is.
Yeah.
And of course, Boston's jealous because they always want to be us.
Yeah.
So, I think that's why I'm learning about baseball again.
Learning about baseball.
Anyways, so this episode comes out on Tuesday. Oh, first off, I made a mistake.
Last week.
Halloween's on Thursday, not Tuesday.
which changes a lot.
Every man, which changes half the episode.
Yeah, from last week.
So when your brother's wrong, I'll know when to say I'm wrong.
We were wrong.
Because I can't deny it.
Which I think now then the move is you have to go out on Halloween night.
Yeah.
People went out this last weekend.
It was packed. The
Yeah.
city was jumping. The city was packed. I think
my neighborhood not so much.
I think more people will go out
on Thursday.
I
Which
think
is
Thursday
fun.
will be a great night for Halloween.
Yeah, that would be a fun night to go out.
Yes.
Thursday night's a great night to go out.
But we were definitely I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I was wrong.
Yes.
And
it's still weird to go out Friday in a costume.
I think Friday will be Saturday starts pushing it too.
Yes.
You know? But I think that I just want to say that. I'm sorry about that. It was an honest mistake. I should do. Robbie likes his facts. I like my feelings. But anyways, also there is the following week is the election on Tuesday. So Robbie and I both made plans to vote. We will be going out to vote this early to make sure that we get our votes in. We are not fans of Donald Trump here. Not Donald Trump fans. So we're going to make sure that we get our votes in.
Do what we can to prevent him from becoming president. I think, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I will say this, the election and all this stuff weighs on me a lot. We don't talk about it.
Well, because we talk about it off mic. And
a lot.
We try to say the best thing that I could provide, we could provide is like a distraction from how hard life is.
Yes.
That's, I think people serve their role in life, and I think I evaluate what I'm good at, and it's being silly and talking about stupid stuff. A distraction from how hard life is.
Yes.
Is what I think about a lot. So that doesn't mean I don't care about stuff.
Yeah, we think about the issues. I think that seeps through the podcast a lot. The issues that plague the world, us as millennials, us as New Yorkers. Us as all the things.
And
us as people who have empathy about what's going on in the world. We look around the world.
Don't plague us, that affect other people 100%. That we love. I think that's also good to remember.
100%. Our community.
Because
our family at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The future. The next generation. I think we think about all this stuff a lot, and it makes it hard.
People being able to live and be happy.
Yes.
Is very important to us.
And it's disheartening. I'm disheartened by a lot of things. I'm disheartened by what the politics in America puts forward for us to choose from. But it's very sad to me. But Donald Trump is horrible. He will make all of our lives extremely materially worse. If you listen to this podcast, that's how I believe. I can't imagine that people that listen to this podcast lives would get materially made better by Donald Trump. And it's hard. I think it's tough. I think to try to convince people or try to show people how bad life under Donald Trump would be, like someone that I feel like is voting for Donald Trump today or recently, trying to approach them or have a conversation this week to be like, please don't do this. What will happen will make the rest of my life, the rest of, if I want to have kids' lives, like it will have a very lasting negative impact on the way that our lives exist. And trying to help them understand that, because I would imagine the people that, for the most part, listen to the podcast and that interact, like the people in those people's lives, are generally working class for some, or middle class, or upper middle class of some sort, or whatever. Not going to get their lives made better in the ways that Donald Trump would make people's lives better. I think the last time he was president, we saw the greatest shift of the last 50 years of money from the working class to rich people, like ultra wealthy. And I think that would only get expedited and even more so moved again. And it's very disheartening because once that happens, it's very hard. It just gets more increasingly difficult to fight back from. And that doesn't even touch on a lot of the other major issues of things that he has plans to do, as far as women rights, LGBTQ rights, like
shit. There's
stuff all over. I mean, his foreign policy, like a lot of bad stuff.
Into our country, like it's pretty bad.
Him wanting to kick people out of the
Yes.
very bad stuff. And like, do I feel like there's a great option? No. But what we need to focus on, I feel like the number one thing would be to make sure that man does not become president.
Sure.
And I think framing conversations in that way is probably the best route to go. I don't think you're going to convince somebody to vote for someone else that today is voting for Donald Trump. But you could maybe convince them to not vote, to not put their support for something that will eventually end up being so bad. And that would be the strategy that I would try to take with people that are in your lives, especially in swing states, like these last crunch time. Try to convince them not to vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's what I would be saying. That's what I'm trying to do. I've had success by using empathy, by trying to do specific research around issues that will affect people's lives negatively and policies that would directly affect people's lives negatively. And if you can match those two things up enough times, you may be able to convince them not to vote for Donald Trump. I don't know. But it will be shitty. It'll be very hard, I think, for a lot of us if he becomes president again, which is unfortunate. And I wish there was like a great option that we could all just be like, this will do this, this will do that, this will do that. On the other side, which I don't necessarily feel is true, but it's just at this point, that's what it's going to be. Those are only two options that are going to happen.
Worse.
Yeah. And what Donald Trump presents is just like so severely bad. And it's unfortunate. The whole state of everything is very unfortunate to me right now.
So anyway, so that's
where
what
we
we'll
stand.
Be doing.
Yeah, we will be doing that this week.
That's what we'll be doing.
But we don't talk about it because I don't know. This isn't funny at all.
Also, there's people that are very well informed that talk about
Watch
this.
John Oliver last week tonight. I think does an incredible research. They do an incredible job with everything that they do and they cover. And like it's political in a sense, but I think it's very research based and it's very issue based.
It's great.
It's very informative.
I think that's a great show. I watched it. I was just telling you I was watching it.
Yeah, it's very good. And there's great other resources. There's great podcasts that cover this kind of stuff.
And so, we
like
talk
If
about
Books Could Kill, I think You're Wrong About was a podcast that was very good for a while that doesn't exist anymore. If Books Could Kill, I think is their new podcast. I don't even know if it exists, but there's stuff out there.
Yeah, and
that is much more well thought out.
That knows more than us. I mean, I couldn't even get Halloween rights.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I'm saying a joke, but like, I want this podcast to be fun and silly.
Yeah.
I think that we both want that, and that's how we are able to give back to the world, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that is a nice way to give back, but we also do think that there are important things and you should be thinking about.
Yeah, we might, I don't know. Last time we didn't have an episode come out on election day. So I don't know what we'll do. I guess we'll feel the vibe.
I guess that we'll figure out.
Yeah.
Off mic.
But I didn't want to not have an episode for election day and then not speak on the election beforehand. That's what I wanted to say. That's more of why I wanted to say something. But yeah, it's been weighing on me a lot. I don't know. It's tough.
It's a tough
an
thing.
Interesting
you
situation.
You can feel the energy in the air. You can feel people getting scared.
I think we just want to get through it. A lot of people, but it's a harsh reality if it were to come to fruition again.
So
I hope it doesn't. We'll try to do what we can. Yeah.
Do our best, people.
It's not great. The state of the world is not great. I understand there's a lot of people that don't want to vote at all. I understand that. It's a tough situation right now, of a lot of issues that are going on in the world. So I get that. I get there's a lot of nuance to all this stuff, which is, again, why we don't talk about it as much.
Yeah.
Because it requires a lot of nuance. But we can't have that man become president. And that's how I feel. So trying to get people to not vote for him is something we could do that I feel like is a no-brainer. But we will be voting.
Yeah, we'll be voting.
I will be voting for sure. We made plans to vote.
Make a plan, votes, find out. I mean, there's so much great information out there. That is what's good with the internet now.
Yes.
That there's no excuse not to.
Yeah.
And yeah, do what you can. Show up for people you love. Show up.
Well, that's at the end of the day, whatever happens. Back to what we started the episode on. is you need to find a community and you need to take care of a community. And that's what it is. You have to really, whatever happens, either way, we need to really just invest in the people around us. We need to create a strong community in where we live that hopefully can withstand the macro stuff. Like, it's impossible to fight it on the level that it exists, but you got to try. And the way that you try is by building a strong community in your immediate vicinity.
The Gilmore Girl fantasy.
The Gilmore Girl fantasy, you want to try to do that. Like, if you take care of each other on your block, you take care of each other, you make sure everybody has food. Like, building this in a small setting can have effects. Ideally, obviously, it comes from the top down. It comes from the government. Is just making sure we have one large community, which is the world, and we take care of each other and care for each other in that way. But that's not going to happen. So I think whatever it happens, you still have the people that you love in your life. This is a community. We love. We support the people that listen to this podcast. We really, really appreciate. We want to build community. That's some of the things that, like, what I want to do in my life, I would say. Bringing people together and making them laugh, have a nice time, I think is something that motivates both of us. So I think that's just what will have to happen, one way or the other. So try not to remain. This is advice from myself too, is not to get too hopeless, because we always have each other, and that's what it comes down to. We always have our community, and those people won't disappear next Tuesday.
No.
So doing what we can to protect and care for each other, the people that are in your life every day. And if we're in your life every day, we really appreciate that. Not every day, once a week.
365.
That's a lot. 365 party girl.
Okay.
But yeah, we take care of your community.
Yeah, I think that community and supporting the people in your life and the people that you love is the most important thing, right? Being there for the people and making their lives as easy and as beautiful as possible. Everyone deserves to live a beautiful life. So to be there for the people in your life is important, and I think that this election will dictate that. So Robbie, I feel lucky that I get to have you, because you are articulate and you are good at talking about this stuff, and I appreciate having you. But I agree with everything that you said there. I think that's beautiful, and I'm happy that we get to share that with the listeners, because we joke around a lot here. As I said before, like, that's what I think I'm good at, and I hope I'm good at joking around. But it's also important that you know where we're coming from, because what the fuck else does it matter? What the jokes matter if the love isn't there too? Yes. And love means not having hate. Yes. And I believe that. I believe that we need to promote that, and I think that it's difficult, and a lot of people are dealing with a lot of hard times, and I'll try to be there for those people as much as I can during these times, and try to show up to do what I believe is the right thing. That's good. Yeah, I think it's important. I think, and we talk about such stupid stuff, but when we leave here, it's good to do the right thing, and it's good to do the right thing. Yeah, you want to support the people in your life. Yeah, and there's so many people I love and care about the people genuinely and listen. And I have a lot of privilege, and I want to be there for people that don't have as much privilege. Yeah. So I would want to do that. And I guess do what you can. I hope it doesn't come down to that. No, of course not. I mean, same. Obviously, but same. We're here for. I mean, either way, it will be an interesting future ahead, and we need to be there for the people no matter what in our life. Exactly. No matter what the outcome of any election, I think we need to be there for the people in our life and create a strong foundation in our community and the people around us. So let's try to spread as much love as we can. Yeah, we both try to do. Like, that's very important to me, to spread like love and happiness. 100%. I always talk when I'm teaching improv about, like, because I have to have those conversations, because sometimes people think jokes are like pushing the boundaries or saying hateful things or inappropriate things, and I always have to say, the reason why I do comedy is to spread joy. So why would I ever say something that would make someone feel bad? Yeah. Why would I ever push something forward that would make people feel horrible if my ultimate joy from doing comedy is to spread joy? Yeah, that's I truly mean that. Yeah. I'm not the funniest person, but I do have so much joy when I perform, and I want to give that to people.
And you're the funniest person.
All
A lot of
times. No, sometimes.
Most of the time.
But I do
You're
have
very
joy.
funny. But you do perform with joy and a lot of it.
Where my comedy is centered around.
Yes, I would say so.
My comedy is centered around joy, so I would never being hateful. Spreading joy is so important to me,
Yeah, I agree.
and so I think that a lot of
I came in the other day, and one of the supers, the guys in the building, let me in, and he's like, man, I love Sebastian. He's a good dude. And like that, I don't know if he's walking around everybody in the apartment saying that, but that is you wanting to connect with your community and be there for your community. Because that guy is your community, one way or the other.
I see him more than most people.
You
in
see
my
him
life.
Exactly. Well, that's what I think it comes down to.
Yes, and I always want to be there. I always want to connect with people and make them feel good.
Yeah.
And I don't understand people that don't.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
For sure.
I think that's important, and I feel blessed that we get to do this.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do here, Rob.
Yeah, we do.
That's
which is
all
very
we
nice.
do.
Which is very nice.
At the end of the day, all the impressions of my mother and Staten Island nail jokes come down to us just trying to make it a little bit happier.
Yeah, I think we do a good job of not hurting anyone.
That's
with
true.
this show.
You have no idea how important that is to me.
We try to really not hurt anyone.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
It's so important to me not to hurt anyone. So it blows my minds that people are comfortable doing that.
Yeah. And we might have upset people who like Taylor Swift and Taro, but at the end of the day, we're not even saying anything.
I'm not saying
mean.
anything.
We're not mean.
No.
We're just messing around.
And I've, of course, hurt people here by accident.
Of course, but we're just messing around.
Also, it's like you have to learn from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? It's also being open to that you make mistakes and growing.
I don't think it's hateful. I think it's very obvious by our tone all the time that none of it's really coming from a place of hate. Because at the end of the day, we don't hate people who like Taro and Taylor Swift.
No,
not at all.
Not at all. I don't think much about the
them
Taylor
at
Swift.
all. The Taylor
Honestly,
Swift
it's even
Taro.
worse. It's the apathy.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, thank you all for being part of this community, and I think it's beautiful. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and that's it. We love you guys.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, Robbie, hit the music.